Well, hello, all my beautiful friends. Good morning and welcome in. I am so happy that you're here with me today. This morning, we are talking about something that a lot of us experience this time of year, and that feeling is just being dry in the skin area, depleted, puffy, just not like ourselves. We're not quite right? Especially after winter. This live is, did winter dry you out? We're going to rehydrate your skin and your cells with Nutraharmony Live. And what I want this to be is for you is kind of a reset, all right? Because winter really does a number on our bodies, right? But before I get too far ahead of myself, I want you guys to know, hopefully you've already seen, it's been happening all week. This is the big spring sale. Happens once a year. These prices are incredible. And you guys, I have an exclusive code that stacks on top of those sales. This is major, friends. For instance, look at the very first product in the product carousel. The moisturizing cream is already 30% off. Then if you use the NH Live 25 promo code, I've got it scrolling across the bottom and it's in the comment section, the chat box, that's going to get another 25% off. So you guys, that's literally incredible. So all of the sales that you see, you are going to get, if you use that promo code at checkout, an additional 25% off. That promo code is the largest amount of discount we've ever offered, ever. So definitely grab it. But the catch is it's only a one-time use. So definitely go ahead and grab all of your products, put them in your cart, and then use NH Live 25 at checkout. Get that additional 25% off. We're going to get you rehydrated in a snap. Plus, I've also got a few little recipe cards for you guys to see and grab a screenshot of. Just makes the, taking supplements a little more fun and intentional, which is great when you're trying to form a new habit. But getting back to that cold, dry air, during winter. Also, the indoor heat does that to me as well. The lack of humidity, all of that, my friends, pulls moisture out of your skin and out of your body, out of your hair even, just everything. And then on top of that, we tend to drink less water. We move less in the winter. Just overall, we feel a little more sluggish and slow. So by the time we kind of get here, right into spring, a lot of people are noticing the same things. Their skin feels tight. Mine definitely has had those moments. Their face might look a little dull. They might feel a little puffy all throughout their body because of inflammation and the lack of hydration. But at the same time, they feel dry, and even your energy gets affected. It starts to feel off when you are not properly hydrated. Now, the important thing to understand is that this is just surface level. A lot of people think, okay, I'll just drink some water, but that's not the case, okay? So that's really important to understand. It's actually a hydration issue, but on a cellular level, way down deep in your cells. So today we are going to talk about how your body can actually start to support being better hydrated, not just on the outside, but from the inside out. And that's really where we experience better hydration. So let's go ahead and start with the foundation of everything that we're talking about today, and that is hydration. And what I want to show you is the electrolyte slideshow. That's the first one that we are going to talk about, and I'm going to pull that up on the product carousel. $22.89, my friends. That's not part of the spring sale, but you're in luck because you can still use that NH Live 25 promo code at checkout and get 25% off of that. We also have those electrolyte capsules in a larger bottle as well. The thing about hydration, a lot of people will say, well, I drink water all day long, but I still feel dehydrated. I still feel dry. Here's the thing. Sometimes drinking water is not enough. It's hydration that your body needs, okay? Sometimes, when you drink a ton of water, it can actually deplete some of those trace minerals. So let's talk about how your body absorbs and uses that water that you drink, because we want it to absorb on a cellular level, right? We want it to hydrate all of our cells. That's where you really get that from the outside in hydration. Now, if your body doesn't have the right mineral balance, it really cannot move water in and out of your cells, okay? Through your cells. So what happens is you can actually drink water, but you still feel very dry. Your skin can look dull. Your body can just still feel very depleted. And then of course, sometimes you're going to feel a little more puffy at the same time. That is where the electrolyte capsules come in, my friends. They help your body actually use the water that you're drinking. So they support that fluid balance, so that your body can move hydration exactly where it needs to go, intercellularly. And when that happens, you start to really notice a difference. Your skin starts to feel less tight. You are going to feel more hydrated throughout the day, and that heavy, kind of puffy, even some of that bloated feeling definitely starts to go down a bit. Now, let's talk about your skin also, okay? Because this is where most people see the dryness first. It's definitely where it shows up in my life. My skin starts to dry out first, you know, and where your skin starts to be affected. Let me pop up my my next graphic for you guys. So your skin might look dull, okay, or it just doesn't have that glow that it typically does in summer. You know, it's often a hydration issue. And this is where hyaluronic acid becomes so incredibly important, all right? Hyaluronic acid helps your skin hold on to moisture. Let me pop that up on the product carousel. This is so neat, all right? Hyaluronic acid holds 1,000 times its own weight in water. Yes, you heard that right. 1,000 times its own weight in water. When I take hyaluronic acid internally and I apply hyaluronic acid to my skin, everything starts to change. Dehydration is no longer an issue. Dry skin is no longer an issue because this stuff is amazing. It acts like kind of like a moisture magnet, pulling hydration into your skin and keeping it there. That's what's important, right? But over time, and especially after the winter, your levels can definitely drop, and that's when your skin starts to lose that plump, kind of hydrated look. So when, of course, you support your body with hyaluronic acid, you are helping your skin definitely stay more hydrated, but from within. And that's where the magic starts to happen. You know, anything topically that you add is great, but it's temporary. When you combine that with your electrolyte support and your hyaluronic acid, and then you even put it topically on your skin, oh my goodness, okay? Your skin can actually hold on to that hydration in a way that really, really starts to make a difference, and a noticeable difference. Now, I kind of want to layer that with what you're doing on the outside, because this is where everything starts to show, right? And the daily face moisturizer, let me pull that up in the product carousel. I'm telling you, I use this every single day. Every single day. And it's pretty incredible. All right. It's a really awesome little package. The lid just pops off and you can see well, my light is like glaring. Let's see. There's a little tiny hole on the top. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can get the product to pop up. There we go. So you see the cream starts to pop up on the top. You just swipe it with your finger and you apply it. I personally love that because you're not sticking your finger down in, but you know, when it starts to run out and you're like, well, I can't tell if I'm low or not. Of course, the whole thing, you know, comes out, so you can actually see what's left. I'm obsessed with this stuff, absolutely obsessed. And because of this amazing sale, I'm going to definitely grab a few more of these. I'm gonna stock up on this, you guys. Look at the price, $8.99 on sale, and then you get 25% off of that with the NH Live 25. This is a whole month supply. This is unbelievable. I'm so excited. These spring sales are amazing. But with the daily face moisturizer, this stuff has collagen, retinol, hyaluronic acid. It's not just your basic moisturizer in any way. It is full skin support. If you have hyaluronic acid for hydration, you know, you have also if you're taking the hyaluronic acid capsules, I should say, then you've got hyaluronic acid that you're applying topically. You have collagen to support your skin looking smoother and more, you know, healthy. And then they've added the retinol, which definitely helps with skin renewal. So instead of just putting moisture on top of your skin, you're actually helping your skin refresh and restore itself. And when you pair internal hydration with external care, friends, that is where your skin really starts to come back to life. And I don't know about you guys, but at 46, I will take extra life in my skin all day long, right? You can give me that all, give me all that I can get my hands on, right? Now, I want to go just a little bit deeper and talk about just supporting your beauty from within. And that is, we're going to talk about the Biotin Collagen. Gosh, we've got them in multiple different forms. We've got them in the gummies, we've got them in the capsules. The capsules are the ones that are actually on sale. So 15% off. And then again, you get that NH Live 25. One-time use though, so definitely grab all the products that you want and pop those in your cart. Now, Hydration is, of course, just one piece of the puzzle, but structure and strength are definitely a part of it as well. And this is where the biotin collagen comes in. So these actually support your skin, your hair, and your nails from the inside out, okay? So if your skin has been feeling dull or less supported, this really does help build the foundation. And when you stay consistent with it, that's the thing about biotin and collagen. That's when you start to see a noticeable difference, when consistency is there. Now, I do want to talk about puffiness for just a bit, because this is something that so many people deal with, and you really can start to feel dry and look puffy at the same time. You think dry, dehydrated, deflated. Not always the case within our body. Your body starts to fight back and starts to hold on to water when we are not hydrated properly. So then you get that inflammation, you get that puffiness. That definitely happens to me when we travel. The neat thing about it is comes down to fluid balance, and this is where the lymphatic system really comes in. So let me go ahead and pop those up on the product carousel. Let me find them. Just bear with me here. Bear with me. There we go. Got them. You guys, this is one of my favorites just because of the lymphatic flow and how important it is and how important it is to kind of drain that puffiness. Now, when it slows down, it can kind of, fluid, I should say, when it slows down, that fluid can sit in the body. And that's when you start to feel swollen and heavy. But that is where that lymphatic support really starts to help. I thought I had a graphic here. Let me just, oh, I think I do. Hold on. Yes, there we go. Awesome. Let me fix my screen here. I don't like things that aren't like symmetrical. Okay, yes, I'm strange. Okay, lymphatic support is amazing. These drops are fantastic. All right, I take these daily, and I definitely double up on them when I am traveling. I'm about to get on an airplane midweek, and you know, all of that, you know, riding in the car, sitting in the airport, sitting on the airplane, it makes my fingers and my toes especially swollen, and then it starts to show up in my face. So the lymphatic support drops will 100% support that. It supports fluid movement so that your body can really release what it does not need. And the graphics that you're seeing, I'm showing you how to do lymphatic drainage. You don't even have to use the gua sha stone. You can use your knuckles. It's pretty incredible. It's almost like face yoga. I absolutely love it. Let me just pause that right there. This is how you take your lymphatic drops. You know, you can take them right under your tongue, which is definitely what I do when I'm in a hurry, or you can add, you know, just 2 ounces of water, pop them in there, and you know, knock it back. You can put it in your tea. You can, however, just take them every day. All right. When you're okay, so lymphatic drops support fluid movement, which is important, and that's when your body really can release what it does not need, what it's been holding on to. When that happens, you definitely start to look less puffy and you just feel lighter, right? But now I want to make this practical. Okay, in the morning, go ahead and start with your electrolyte capsules. Let me go ahead and move some things up here in my graphics just so that I can keep them all together. Bear with me, friends. All right, start with the electrolyte capsules, okay? That hydrates your body, okay? Then go ahead and try to layer in your hyaluronic acid capsules. Then think about your biotin collagen to support your skin from within. Then one of my most favorite of all time is you apply your daily face moisturizer with that collagen, retinol, hyaluronic acid. You guys, this stuff is incredible. And I wish I had a better, oh, I think you can see it a little bit better now. The closer I get, the more my light kind of blows it out. But see, I just push this down and the product pops up, and you just swipe and you apply. So you're not sticking your fingers in there, because our fingers hold bacteria and then it gets all down in there. But this stuff is one of my all-time daily go-tos. I'm like obsessed with this stuff, and it's in the best little packaging. You know, you can travel with this. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Plus it looks really pretty sitting on my bathroom countertop. So just like that, you've already supported your hydration, your skin, beauty from within, all before your day really even gets going. You got your lymphatic drops, your electrolytes, your hyaluronic acid, and you have just renewed your skin and rehydrated it with the topical face moisturizer. Then in the evening, this is kind of where your body wants to reset, right? So you could absolutely switch to the lymphatic drops and take those in the evening. I think that really, let me think when I take mine. I probably take mine mostly in the morning, just because by the evening rolls around, I'm like done with tasks and things to do. So I try to get all of my things at the beginning of the day in. But when I travel, like when I'm on an airplane, when I'm traveling a long time in the car, I'll take the lymphatic support drops in the morning and then again in the evening. It just really, really helps that depuffing. But I mean, it's not like you have to wait till you travel. These things I take every single day, and I typically take them in a morning unless I'm traveling, and then I take them twice a day. It really just helps your body release that excess fluid and kind of help to reset overnight. So you wake up feeling a little lighter, a little less puffy, and quite a bit more balanced. Now, I kind of want to connect to something important, because feeling dry and puffy at the same time really, really can be confusing, right? But it all comes down to imbalance. So your body is holding on to water because it's not using it properly, all right? So this is where the amazing electrolyte capsules come in. Let me switch back to those on the product carousel real quick. There we go. They are not part of the big spring sale, but you can still get 25% off of them, my friends. If you're just joining, welcome. You guys, we have NHLive25 as a promo code that you enter at checkout. That's going to get you an additional 25% off of, like, on top of the big spring sale. That's unbelievable. That some of these products, like for instance, the face moisturizer is already 30% off. So another 25% off of that, my friends, that's gonna get you 55% off. Just keep in mind that NHLive25 promo code is only good for one-time use, one time. So get all your products together in your cart before the spring sale ends. I believe tomorrow is actually the last day. So do not sleep on these sales. You guys can really get stocked up on this amazing stuff. Now, your body is holding onto water, possibly because it is not using it properly. And that's where, again, the electrolyte capsules and the lymphatic support together are so, so powerful. So they really do help your body balance its hydration instead of holding on to it. And this is where layering becomes really important. So when you combine internal hydration, all right, the hyaluronic acid, the electrolyte capsules with the lymphatic drops, you get that internal hydration, you get skin support, and you get better fluid balance. Now, that's really when you start to see, you know, your skin become a lot smoother, more hydrated, just more refreshed looking. And those results definitely build up over time. Now, I want to, of course, set a realistic expectation. You know, this is not about overnight change. Wow, don't I wish that it was, but that's not being realistic, right? This is about consistency, my friends. You know, at first, you'll notice how your skin starts to feel, and then you'll notice how it starts to look. And over time, you'll see that glow come back. So as I and I have a few more minutes here, I want to just take a moment and, you know, really think about ask you how you've been feeling lately, because this isn't just about dry skin. It's also about that overall feeling of being just a little bit off, like feeling out of balance, if you will. You know, not quite feeling like you are your true self after winter. You know, we all like to do that spring deep cleaning throughout our house, right? I feel like my whole body needs a deep clean in spring. It needs a detox, deep clean, and rehydrate. So you start to like do all the exfoliating, you start to slough off that winter, you know, scaly look and feel. Your skin might feel quite a bit tighter than usual. You know, maybe you've looked in the mirror and you thought, why do I look so tired? Maybe you're starting to feel puffy, you know, one day, and then you're really dried out the next. You probably can't figure it out. I've been there, definitely. And this can absolutely be very frustrating, because when your body does not feel balance, of course it shows and you feel it, right? But here's what I want you to remember. You know, you don't have to stay in that dry, kind of depleted post-winter feeling. I'm going to go ahead while I have just a few minutes left, and I'm going to I'm going to pop up some graphics that you guys can see that are helpful, just a few recipe cards as well. This is our summer prep essentials stack. These are probably the most, some of the best sellers, and a lot of them are on this big spring sale. And again, plus you can get that amazing NH Live 25 at checkout. You just pop that promo code in at checkout and you can get 25% off on top of the already amazing big spring sale discounts. Okay, so don't sleep on this, you guys. The sale goes away tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of the sale, right? Tomorrow is the 31st. Now, let's see. Yes, tomorrow's the 31st. Oh my gosh. Yes, tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow is the last day. So you, again, like for instance, the very first product in the product carousel is the Daily Face Moisturizer. You guys, it's regular, almost $13. It's 30% off. That makes it $8.99. And then you're going to get 25% off on top of that. That's 25% off. You just have to use NH Live 25 at checkout. Put that promo code in right as like you would enter the payment information, and it takes it right off. I just can't even believe it. I mean, that's 55% off of this amazing stuff. Grab a few of these, you guys. This is a month's supply. I've went through, I think this is my second, maybe even my third month of using this, and I'm obsessed with it. I absolutely love it. It is like a whipped, let me just show you. I hate to even use it because I love it and I want to save it, but I love y'all. So I'm going to show you. Look at the texture of this. So it is like buttery. It's kind of like a whipped daily cream. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. That's another thing, you're supposed to put it on top of your hands. So I got to remember to do that. But you guys, that is such an amazing price, $9 and then 25% off of that. You guys definitely check that out. Now, when it comes to that dry, depleted post-winter feeling, it's not that your body's working against you. It's actually responding to what it's been given, right? And we try to be good to our bodies. We try to eat clean. We try to drink a lot of water. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, sometimes water is not always enough, right? You know, after winter, what's usually missing is that extra hydration, balance, and support. But the good news is you really can give that back to your body in an easy way. You can start supporting it in a way that actually makes a whole lot of sense. When you start with electrolyte capsules, okay, you are not just drinking water. You are helping your body use it, and that is hugely important. So when you help your cells rehydrate, which really is where everything begins, when you support your skin with the amazing hyaluronic acid capsules, you're helping that skin hold on to hydration so it can look smoother and softer and more refreshed. As I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, hyaluronic acid holds 1,000 times its own weight in water. You get it? Like, does that start to make sense? So when you supplement with these, this also has hyaluronic acid. You're getting super duper hydration on the inside and the outside. Amazing. You guys, this is amazing. When you apply that daily face moisturizer, for instance, it's got your collagen, your retinol, your hyaluronic acid. You're not just moisturizing, you're actually supporting your skin's renewal. You're kind of helping it come back to life after those dull, dry winter months. And then of course, when you add the Biotin Collagen, which we've got the gummies, we've got the capsules, we've got the, we've got all the things in the drops. The Biotin, they're right here. The Biotin Collagen capsules are the ones that are on the big spring sale. They are 15% off. And then again, you'll get that Nutraharmony promo code, NH Live 25. That gets you an additional 25% off on top of the 15% off, my friends. But the spring sale goes away tomorrow. So tomorrow's the last day. So put those items in your cart, please. Go ahead and take advantage and get stocked up on these amazing super supplements. So we are talking, if you've just joined, welcome. We're talking about supporting your skin, your hair, your nails, supporting hydration internally, you know, getting that overall glow that people notice, but really cannot quite explain, right? And when you support your body with lymphatic support, you're absolutely helping it to release what it does not need. So you're reducing that puffiness, you're reducing that heaviness, you're helping everything kind of move in the way that it should. And that's when it all starts to work together, right? That's when you begin to feel a lot different. You wake up and your skin feels more comfortable. You look in the mirror and you see a little brightness, you know, a little more life. You just feel lighter, you feel more balanced, you feel like yourself again. Okay, and that's really what it's all about, right? Not perfection, not extremes, not those harsh cleanses and detox, not those super harsh exfoliators. We just want to be gentle with our skin and our body, and it will respond. You will start to feel good in your skin again. So as we wrap up today's live stream, I have just a few more minutes. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. You know, I don't want you to feel, but I want you to feel empowered, okay? Most definitely. You don't have to do everything at once. You know, here's the thing though, when stuff like this goes on major sale like this is happening, you guys, I am definitely going to stock up on a few of these items. Some of my favorites are on the big spring sale. They are anywhere between like 10 to 30% off, and then you get an additional 25% off. 25% off on top of that. So it's like a coupon on top of a coupon. It's a stackable coupon. Now, the thing about this, the big spring sale goes away after tomorrow. So these prices are going to completely go back up to regular price. If you grab them now, that Nutraharmony Live 25, NH Live 25 promo code is only good for one-time use. So if there's ever a fantastic time to use that, it is now 100%, because you're getting these big spring sale discount prices, and then you're getting that additional 25% off on top of that. So for instance, the amazing daily face moisturizer, you guys, that is going to be 55% off when you use that NH Live 25 promo code. Unbelievable. Stock up on this stuff. You guys will not be sorry. If you are in the business of looking to rehydrate your skin and depuff at the same time, I highly recommend the Daily Face Moisturizer, and I highly recommend, I'm trying to find it here really quickly, where'd it go? The Lymphatic Drainage Drops. Unbelievable. Absolutely, completely unbelievable. If you travel a lot, if you, well, not even if you travel, if you seem to have an issue with swollen fingers and feet, swelling in your face and your neck, these are a lifesaver. Like, I am obsessed with these. I take them daily, and then I take them twice a day, just me personally, when I'm traveling, sitting a lot. You need that fluid to move, and these lymphatic drops 100% help it, like in a big way. Let me switch to my graphic here that shows you how to take them. There we go. Unbelievable product. All right. So, you know, again, you don't have to do everything at once. Just start with, you could start with the, like internal hydration using the electrolyte capsules, okay? You could most definitely layer in that support with the hyaluronic acid or the biotin collagen capsules, okay? Care for your skin with the topical amazingness, the Daily Face Moisturizer with collagen, retinol, and hyaluronic acid. And then balance everything, depuff, debloat, deflate with the lymphatic support drops. Just start simple. You know, the important part is you stay consistent, my friends, and you give your body a chance to respond, because when you support your body like this, it does respond. You feel it, you start to see it, and you carry yourself a little differently because of it, right? So if you've been feeling dry or puffy or just not like yourself at all after winter, this is definitely your chance. It's your moment to reset. Go ahead and take that first step. Build your routine. Trust the process, my friends. Thank you all so much for spending this time with me today. I am officially out of time, but I truly hope that this helped you feel a little more confident and empowered, more informed, and just kind of a little bit more excited about taking care of yourself, about prioritizing your own health. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you on the next live. Bye-bye, my friends.